Justin Trudeau's fancy dinner on your dime. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. Would you be shocked if I told you that Justin Trudeau spent $120 a head on a dinner? Would that shock you? Would it outrage you? Well, be prepared to have your socks blown off, because that is only the beginning of what he spent on a dinner for Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto. You remember back in the summer, the Three Amigos Summit, the one with the really awkward handshake that went viral? Yeah, that one. Nieto came up to Toronto ahead of the summit, and Justin Trudeau threw a big fancy dinner for him at Casa Loma. Now, the cost per plate just for the food is $120 per person. That's just the food. That doesn't include all the other costs that add up and make this a very expensive dinner for a bunch of Liberal insiders and onlookers. What are we talking about? Well, they had to spend money to rent Casa Loma. They had to pay extra to shut it down. They had to pay for parking. They had to pay for centerpieces. They had to pay for decorations. And of course, about $11,000 worth of booze was consumed at this event. 264 people, $11,000 on booze. It's all quite staggering, but it adds up to quite the significant sum, because the total cost of this dinner, $132,904.85, or $503 per person. That's right. I don't even know how you could possibly spend $503 per person on dinner. I hope they got something really good, although looking at the menu, I don't know what half these things are. What was on the menu? Well, the Hill Times reported things like lime caviar. They talked about truffle macaroons, but let me read to you from the article. The main course, referred to as the finest of the prairies, had 72-hour sous vide Alberta short rib, foraged Ontario Morel Café au lait, and Berry Hill Farms asparagus with celeriac puree. I know what short ribs are, but that's about it. It all sounds very fancy. I'm sure it was all tasty, and I'm sure it was well worth it for the Liberals that just wanted to get together and have a good time. There were, of course, plenty of Liberal MPs that were at this dinner. There were plenty of other Liberal politicians, Toronto City councillors, Premier Kathleen Wynne, her Finance Minister Charles Sousa, and then, of course, the Liberal media was there. And when I say Liberal media, I mean it. The Toronto Red Star had 4 different people there. They had Martin Reg Cohen, they had Michael Cook, they had Marina Jimenez, and columnist Paul Wells. That was the media contingent there, all from the official newspaper of record for the Liberal Party of Canada. Was this about diplomacy? No. It was about Liberals having a good time, showing that they're entitled to their entitlements and sticking you with the bill. Hey, if you like what you saw, make sure you never miss a Rebel video again. Click subscribe or become a premium member to access members-only content.